Hello scholars, today I'm going to discuss with you how to write an introductory paragraph or an introduction paragraph. The graphic organizer you'll see here is one that you received as well. You'll always start with this. It's to help kind of gather your ideas. It can be messy, you erase, you start over. I will give you feedback. This is a place for it to be a very rough, messy draft before you draft your rough draft. Okay, so graphic organizer organizes your thoughts. A reminder, each page is one paragraph. According to the graphic organizer, you should have a hook, background information, and a thesis. Now your thesis is always first. Okay, before you even write, this is first. Okay, that's very important to keep in mind because if you don't have a good thesis, you can't write anything else. Your thesis statement must have a claim, which is the answer to the question that you are writing about. So if you're writing about the Salem witch trials, you would start with the hysteria of the Salem witch trials started because, or was caused because. If you're writing about the Mexican-American War, you again read the question and then rewrite it in an answer form. So again, claim answers your question, and then you have to say because and give evidence. Now, the three reasons are in your own words. They are not straight from the text. You read the text and you summarize or synthesize the information to put into your thesis statement. Your three reasons should not be any longer than 5 words each, because at that point it's a run-on sentence. So again, it's one sentence, your claim plus your 3 reasons in your own words. So have that first. And then you come up with a hook, which is something to capture the reader's attention. What that means is you're literally and figuratively taking them and saying, you want to read this. You want to read this by giving them a fact or a question or a quote that's going to be interesting and relevant to the topic that you're writing about. So for example, back to the Salem witch trials, you might want to start with something that would catch the reader's attention in terms of death, right? There were a lot of deaths because people believed that they were witches and so they were hung for that. So a fact like that might capture the reader's attention and leave them wanting more. So again, it could be a quote, okay? It could be a question or interesting fact about your topic. By no means is opinion to go here. You do not want opinion put in here because your opinion comes last. All of this, these 2 boxes first, are ways to set your reader up for what they're about to read, not to help them form an opinion. So it's just fact-based. Please, please, please do not put, oh, it was because of this, this, and this, or it was horrible, or it was bad, or good, or whatever it was, yet, because you want to save that for last. Your hook, again, is a quote, a question, or interesting fact. That then brings you to the center, which is your background information. What does your audience need to know in order to successfully read your paper? Do they need to know about the years it began? Do they need to know about particular people that you're talking about? So if you're talking about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, you may want to put some background information about them in this section. If you're writing about the Mexican-American War, you may want to talk about the territories and what they looked like before the war. And not, again, you're not answering the question yet. You're just giving straight facts, no opinion, no quotations here either. It's just pure summary. You're summarizing in your own words. And then lastly, you should have already had this, which is your thesis statement. And all 3 of these boxes make up your first paragraph. And that's it. You're done with that very first paragraph. Okay, so again, your intro paragraph has 3 major parts: your hook, background information, and a thesis statement. These 3 things need to happen in order to be successful for this. And that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, you're good to go. Remember, hook, background, thesis.